So this class is our stratigraphy and sedimentology class. This is Geos 3421. This outcrop has been very popular for UTD. We've been coming here for years and years and years. A lot of different classes have investigated these rocks, from structural geology to obviously SED Strat, some of the field geology courses. A lot of the cyber mapping has been done in these rocks as well. We are working in the Ordovician age. We're in the upper arbuckle group, so this is Ordovician in age. And in particular, this outcrop is the Kinblade Formation. Here on the south limb of the anticline of about 410 feet. They don't give us a thickness on the north limb, but this outcrops on the north limb as well. What we're doing today is we're learning to log a stratigraphic section. All of these students have had experience in the lab making stratigraphic section for carbonates. So they've done that twice already. They've looked at these carbonates in other labs to learn how to describe them. And so we're trying to put all that together here in the field to help them gain the skills to log these carbonate sections. They've done the same thing in siliciclastics on our first field trip that we took. Well, today we are sedimentologists. You will see some really interesting structure down there. One thing that I want you to consider from the very beginning: what type of environment are we in? Well, can anyone tell me what type of an environment we would expect these thick sequences of carbonates? Hearing a lot of
shallow
marine. Okay, shallow marine, right? So the algal mats, the stromatolites, that constrains us, right? That constrains us to being very shallow. Okay, so we have to be in the photic zone for those things to exist. So that is going to tell us a lot right there. Now, the interpretation of these carbonates here is that we are in a, well, we've already said it, shallow water environment with a continually subsiding basin. Okay, and so there's carbonates all through this thing. You will see also some marker horizons of chert beds. So those are kind of interesting. The deformation on these rocks. Can anybody tell me when the deformation occurred? So we know we're Ordovician age rocks, so the deformation is much later. Can anyone tell me why that deformation occurred? What that event was? Very good. Okay. Okay, so we have this orogenic event, the Ouachita orogeny. Okay, so bent these things. When we leave today, I'm going to have him drive out across the northern limb of the anticline. We will go through, we won't stop, but you'll have to kind of look out the window, but we will see the hinge zone very tightly folded. And we used to go there years ago when I had another class. There's box folds in there. It's a really interesting place. But as we go out the northern limb of the anticline, you will see the rocks become almost vertical, and then they will become overturned in places. Okay, so tremendous deformation in this part of the area.
The geologic structure seen along I-35 in southern Oklahoma is a sequence of folded and faulted rocks. Deposition of the rocks took place in a shallow marine environment starting around 525 million years ago and lasting until about 340 million years ago. Roughly 320 million years ago, a mountain building event took place where the rocks were folded and faulted. Erosion is responsible for the loss of mountain height and the landscape we see today.
Wow, I guess a lot of people have already seen this, huh?
Well, I did see it before going.
Okay.
Wow, those are really big.
Yeah. So these are really excellent examples of these algal structures, these stromatolites. So we saw some flat algal mats earlier in the section, and here we get that nice columnar shape to them.
I can tell you that when it gets squished together like this to make this formation, this part will thicken, and the sides we call limbs, they will get thinner. And we can measure, right? We can measure, given the pressure and the constituent of the rock,